We're back, and the word of the day is tiger.
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 Resiliency.
It's
the
unbelievable.
The king of it.
It is just watching pure magic. It's unreal.
He's one of 18 players to shoot Augusta under par yesterday.
Face it, 14 months ago, and I heard an interview with him yesterday. He goes, people who actually came to visit, people who saw the pictures, knew how gruesome his leg was, and to know that he is playing is like, what?
Look, he obviously showed some rust, but if he would have consistently been playing probably prior to this, he's a shot off the lead. But missed a few easy things. But I mean, other than that, you would just have to be in awe of what.
So it was 500 and whatever days since his last full official round.
Right, and he had a quote that was kind of cool. He was talking about his warm up and how he wasn't hitting the ball right, and he was talking about his dad used to tell him every time that he would have a bad range session, he's like, "Did you accomplish what you went there to do?" And Tiger was like, "I don't understand." He goes, "Yeah, the goal is just to warm up. You're good. Now let's go play." And so he said he kind of had some nerves, got up to the first tee, obviously didn't hit it perfectly. So he is he is normal, I guess, in a sense. But
I don't know. For me to watch the opening round, like from beginning to end, never happened unless Tiger's playing, So
and can you think of another athlete in another sport that does that to you, that you go from not watching at all to watching a full game or a full round? I don't know that you can. Maybe Rafa Nadal, tennis, something that you watch not as regularly.
Crazy stuff. Good morning, Jim Schubach. Good morning, Gary Rogelski. Your whole team is joining in from DLL. Thank you. Much appreciated. Got lots of stuff to talk about today, but for those who follow the Huddle on a regular basis, we spent the month of March raising money. We helped City Furniture get to their goal. We raised, I think, $20-something thousand. Part of it was, we had prizes that people could win, so I want to share the Goldfarbs went on their cruise. Bang, there it is, man. So here's what was his post. Donna and I got to knock 3 things off our bucket list. We took an excursion off the Celebrity Apex in Belize that included 5 zip line runs, driving ATVs through the rainforest, and lastly, cave tubing through a 12-million-year-old cave. It was unbelievable. Thank you, Nudelberg Daily Huddle, for making the dream come true. That's what we do, baby. So shout out to Dr. Goldfarb. Great job. You and Donna are just so great and so fantastic. Awesome. So there's other things happening in the world. There's Tigers, there's the Goldfarbs, and then there's Julian.
Who's he?
There is baby Julian. We are so proud, so excited. He is eating, sleeping, doing, but it's Friday and Julian's already doing the huddle with us. So how about that, apples?
Yeah, start him young. Start them young.
So today we have a great show. It's Friday. We always like to have a little fun. We're going to talk about the name Julian. We're going to talk about some famous Julians. We're going to talk about the heritage of the name, the popularity of the name, and then make sure you stay tuned, because of those of you who know what WD-40 is, we got 12 ways that you did not know you can use WD-40. Let's wake up and get this party started.
Help, yeah. Wake up, everybody! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Wake up! Come on! Come on! Wake up, everybody! Did you know me? Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody! No more sleeping in bed. No more about to thinking, time for thinking ahead. Come on now.
A quick plug, if you will. Howie Craw's moving. Howie's a huddler, and we referred him to City Furniture, and he said they are awesome.
City moves.
It's unbelievable how many people we have, put them onto that. So great job, City Moves. Way to go. Speaking of business, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say how proud I am of you. We are starting yet another business that has come through the relationships we have, some of the work that we're doing. And
it's not April Fools. It's not April Fools. Just so people know, it's not April Fools.
Oh, it's not April Fools, correct?
No, this is actually happening.
This is actually happening. The company was formed. Jake had to get licensed in order to operate this company. So there's our man David Laug, who what a cool dude, man. So we went out with him last night. Him and his team. So Shay, show me the pictures of the dinner. So we went to one of our favorite spots, Casa d'Angelo. Shout out to David and Chris for making the ride down. Took them, I think, Shay, what did it take you? An hour and 40 minutes to get down?
Yeah, hour and 40, give or take.
We're used to, we used to do the drive down to Broward all the time. So now we are making people make the drive.
And so those were espresso martinis to end the night. But lots of good talk, lots of good fun, and lots of new business ahead. So I love the fact that we have our own companies that we can point to that say, what we're teaching is exactly what we're doing to build new business. It is exactly the same formula. We actually hold each other accountable to it. So thank you, David. This is the power of networking. David and I met a couple of years ago in the gym when I moved to West Palm. Stayed on it, tried to do something. Timing wasn't right. Timing is right. We're in business together. We're building and lofty goals, lofty celebrations. Good stuff. Great stuff. Any comment there, Jake? Because I'm super proud of the way you took over the meeting. I really am.
Super excited. Always about the future. Always excited about what's next. Like you said, taking what we do very well and kind of bringing it to other sectors is something that I think we do really well. But we'll have more information kind of in the next couple of weeks on that. But it's fun doing business with you. I will say that. It doesn't feel like work.
With me?
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It is fun, man. There's no reason why you can't have fun.
Right, and it's educational. Getting to watch you operate in different scenarios is really cool. And environments, watch the way you adapt. I think it's an incredible skill that you've developed over the years. So I'm equally as proud of you and proud to be a Nudelberg. So
awesome.
I think we got to hire the waitress just so we can have her around the board table.
Okay, so first of all, guys, have anyone seen Austin Powers? The Bring in the Guards lady who works for Dr. Evil was the exact same lady. And once I made the joke at the table, no one can look at her the same.
Oh, every time she said something, I almost pissed in my pants. So awesome. All right, so let's get down to some good business here. Let's talk about the name Julian. If you did not know the origin of the name Julian, it is Greek. The meaning is love's child. Julian is a gentlemanly contender who feels more approachable than the dated and imposing Julius. The name rose to prominence through the last pagan emperor of Rome, as well as several saints. Listen to this. It's also a popular pick for celebrity parents, including Robin Thicke, Robert De Niro, Jerry Seinfeld, and Lisa Kudrow. All of those people have a Julian, and now we have a Julian Nudelberg.
Yeah, I've said I'm probably never gonna call him Julian. It is growing on me. I love Jules. Jules. Yes, David Alba. But I'm going with Jules. I'm locking in Jules. We'll call him Jules.
I love it. So on the popularity chart, Shay sent. Oh, look at you, man! Way to go! It had dipped, and it is rolling up in 2020. It reached its highest peak of people naming their kids Julian. So way to go,
so really, so they're not very original, is what you're going with.
Listen, I don't know any other kid named Julian.
I knew one Julian my entire life.
So the problem is with any name, if you happen to know somebody who you don't like, it ruins the name. Because every time the name comes up, you think, I don't know anybody named Julian. So
are there cool celebrities with the name Julian? I would have to imagine there's a few, right?
There are a bunch. Number one, Julian Lennon comes to mind. Julian Lennon's quote of the lifetime is, "Nothing changes until you change. Everything changes once you change." That's a drop the mic comment because we're all about change. That's all we talk about. Yesterday, we did a bunch of work. We made a presentation at Bank United. We're talking about change, man. People are stuck using tools that are 50 years old, man. Let's go. So Julian Lennon is the son of John Lennon, who has some great music. He will be motivational music today. But then if you're a Tom Brady fan, which I think everybody in the world is a Tom Brady fan, one of his major connections was Julian Edelman. There you go. Everyone goes down a road that they're not supposed to go down. You can do two things. Boom. You can keep going. Boom, 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 boom. I love the fact that there is a Jewish guy that played. What role was he? Was he tight end or?
He was a receiver. He won the Super Bowl MVP that one year, but he was a quarterback in college. I believe if that was correct. I think he played quarterback at Kent State first, and then made the change. Found his way onto a team.
Kent State, that's exactly right.
His way in a role as a receiver, and then became Brady's utility guy. He was kind of the.
Oh, look at that!
Wow,
damn. What a Christian! Pull. That's unbelievable! What a pull, Christian! You got to have some swag. You got to reach out to Shea and take something off the board, man. That is a great pull. I remember now, Julian.
But getting back to an amazing guy. And I know that he puts out an amazing amount of content now. He's kind of part of that whole Brady system, comes from the same culture, mindset. And they were warriors. I mean, they were winners. They did it the right way. He actually had a really good April Fool's one too, that he was coming out of retirement, going to play with Tom Brady again. But yeah, I've always been fascinated with Julian Edelman.
So he actually wrote a book, and the name of the book is called Relentless. And it's his story of, the journey to become, a world champion and the roads that he had to take. It's just amazing that when you see stories, we did everything yesterday about resilience and relentlessness. Boom, there's your new R&R, so we got R&R in all week. So if you're looking for a great book, it really is a quality take on all good stuff. So with that, why don't we listen to John and Julian Lennon sing a song that you can guarantee we will do this with our Julian. Jake, what are the chances that we'll stand by Julian?
Oh, there's 100%,
This is so cool. Great song, good feel. Love that father and son stuff. Tragedy that John was taken from us. But we can switch gears now to talk about WD-40. Now, this is pretty amazing because there are 12 uses that nobody knows. The backstory on WD-40 was that a guy named, hold on one second, it's right here on the Norman Larson was an employee of a company called Rocket Chemical Company. He produced this they produced this liquid for the aerospace industry. Mm-hmm. They came up with one application. It did not work. And it took them 40 tries to make it work for that application. Shortly after, so that's where the name WD-40, WD stands for water displacement. Water displacement 40 tries. So we talk about resilience. Here's a company that was banging away at it, trying to get it. They finally got it. In 1969 is when it kind of hit the market, because employees of that company were taking the product home to use it for all kinds of personal use. So I have 12 uses that I did not know.
I want to preface this for everybody. You are the least handyman human on this earth.
Without a doubt. You
will mess it up more if you fix everything. If there was one thing we always had in the house, it was always WD.
That's why Shay has a job.
Shay, he doesn't move without Shay. WD-40 was the only thing he would fix things with. I remember you spraying the garage. You sprayed WD-40 on everything.
It came to mind for me because I just moved into a new place, and some of the bifold doors were squeaking, and I hate that shit. Boom, go to Publix, buy a can, it's $5. It's got a nice little new nozzle now. Ding, ding, ding. It's like, the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. It totally works. So there are 12 uses, right? And so you can't make this shit up. It's why you come here, for stuff that you cannot make up. Number one, it is the number one oil, if you will, to untangle jewelry. Unbelievable. I would have never, ever thought of that.
Do people have tangled jewelry? That's a thing.
That's a thing. Yeah. Necklaces.
Necklaces, right? Yeah. I guess I've never worn a necklace, so women's jewelry gets all tangled. Imagine you keep it separate. I don't know.
Shay's getting some love here, man. D. Shouting it out on a Friday.
The knot, the knot sort of necklaces where it's
right.
And they get once you get that tangled, it's bad.
So the next one seems appropriate for us having babies around now. I mean,
go for it. Go.
Removing crayon from multiple surfaces.
Which what else would you use to do that? What I really don't know.
I would go to Google and be like, what do I do?
And I wonder what Google says if you do that. Does it come up saying use WD-40? That's incredible,
Where do you buy WD-40?
Publix.
See, yep. I am the product of you. I am not handy. I don't think I fixed anything.
Well, for me, the whole thing with being handy, I think you help the economy. There are people who get paid to fix shit. Pay them. That keeps them
like Shay.
Like Shay. Shay gets paid. So, number 3, removing wax from candle holders. Now, I have never heard that before, and that seems like a really cool thing to do. I burn candles all the time. There's a candle sitting next to me, and the candle holder gets all funky. That's a cool one. Number 4 is probably the classic, because we have all, at one time or another, stepped in gum, which stepping in gum stems from one of the rudest behaviors ever. Just throwing your gum on the ground. I mean, how rude can you be?
You throw gum out the window.
It's still going to land on the ground where somebody could step on it.
No. So if you're driving, you don't throw the gum out the window.
Are you asking me, or?
I'm asking you.
I have been known to throw it out the window.
I think everybody does.
But it's in the median. It's not in a high traffic area.
I aim for the bushes.
So listen to this. There's sometimes when people get gum stuck in their hair. I obviously do not have that problem, but WD-40 is the solution to getting gum out of your hair. Shay and I don't have that problem. Jake, have you ever had gum in your hair?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
never had that issue. Number 5.
Removing tape and sticker residue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the old school Goo Gone.
This one's interesting. The next 2 are interesting to me.
Go for it.
Cleaning your car.
So it cleans the bumper. So like we're going to go over to Naples in a couple of weeks. We have the board retreat for junior achievement. We're going to head over there. No doubt you're going to be filled with bugs on the grill. And bugs, if you don't take them off, will pit the grill. So you got to get them off. I would have never thought of using WD-40. No shot.
Never.
The other thing is, and I love this, water spots. You know, if you park under a tree and you get water spots, which I have seen on your car recently, I've seen them on Helen's car. It's a fact of nature.
Right.
Who would have thought of using WD-40 to get it off?
So I'm more curious of who tried these the first time. Like they saw it and like they had to think that somebody was crazy for trying them the first time, you know?
I guess it, you know, so anyway, it says number 9, unsticking zippers. Unbelievable. I mean, I didn't think there was any solution to that.
There's one of the more annoying things that like ever happens to you if a zipper gets stuck.
If it
doesn't work on a backpack or your pant, anywhere, it's the most annoying thing.
So a couple of more things here, just, you know, obviously keeping insects away, putting a shine on artificial plants, man, oh man, you know, so lots of great uses, cost you $5, does lots of stuff. What a cool way. Who among us is actually going to use WD-40?
Did you read the last part of the article?
Read it, go.
One of the most bizarre uses of WD-40 occurred in Asia when a bus driver used it to remove a python coiled around his vehicle's undercarriage.
So what is it? Poison or blind the
like he had nothing else, and he was like, "I'm using WD-40."
Well, here's the thing: the last time I checked, you got to be pretty up close to spray WD-40. I'm not getting that close to
a python in my car. I'm just getting a new car.
Unbelievable. So Lori's there. Lori says it works great on the bug bumper. Love it, man. Love it. Thank you all for a great week. Thanks for great content, great engagement. Remember, the grind includes Saturday and Sunday. So while it is time to catch up and recover, get ahead of your competition and do something that moves you or your business forward. We will be back Monday morning, ready to fire away. We are deep into second quarter. Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get